You are not taking care of yourself. You are not taking a mental health day. You're just avoiding and procrastinating. Let's get into it. Yeah. Self-care is important, of course. Taking those mental days, of course, is important. And autistic burnout is so real. Neurodivergent burnout is so real. I'm finally coming out of burnout, and I'm automatically pushing myself to perfectionism, and I'm tumbling back to burnout. And I realized that I had been avoiding things so long to recover from my burnout that I had gotten into a habit of always saying no and not putting myself out there. And I realized that sometimes we can use self-care as an excuse to just avoid a task, especially with ADHD. When you're trying your best not to do the thing that you need to do, you're like, oh, it's self-care. I need to rest. It's important. I know when my body's about to crash out. I look for the cues that my body's about to crash out. I get irritable. I get overstimulated. Any little sound becomes a problem for me. I start to worry. I get a sense of doom. And sometimes it's just that I haven't eaten, that I haven't rested, that I haven't hydrated, that I need to exercise, that I need to get outside. But sometimes I'm really just over pampering myself. And I had to realize that there's a balance between self-care and just plain out avoidance and procrastination. I set a timer when I'm resting. I'll ask myself, do I feel like I'm lingering when I actually have a little bit of energy to actually do something? When the task feels so overwhelming that you feel like there's nothing you can do, take a bite-sized chunk. So for example, when there's a pile of laundry that I don't want to do and the anxiety is swelling up in my brain, I will just very slowly pick up one sock. And me and my girls will have fun with it. I'll pick up one little sock at a time. I'm like, how slow can we do this? How slow can we pick up this one sock or this one piece of clothing? And it's so silly that they end up giggling and laughing, and then they can't help but just go on and get the thing done. Another way that I'll try to make sure that my neurodivergent brain is wired to actually get stuff done is I will do something that I like my hyper focus, my passion, which is I love writing, I love reading, I love poetry, I love painting, making content, learning about business. But there comes a point where I'm in my hyper focus and I know I'm hungry, or I'm in my hyper focus and I know that my brain is like overstimulated and it's about to explode, or I'm in the middle of my hyper focus and I'm trying to upload this video and it won't go through. And I'll tell myself, okay, while this video is uploading, let me see how many dishes I can wash, or if I can wipe off the table really quick. And so I'll go back and forth between my hyper focus and waiting for something to load on the computer, or waiting for something to download, or whatever, and see what I can get done. And even if you just pick up one thing for the day, that's better than absolutely nothing and sitting all day in that overwhelmed freeze that we have, that dreaded overwhelming freeze where we feel like we can't do anything because our brains are just overloaded with everything. So yeah, self-care, rest, give your senses a break, silence, nature, a warm cup of tea. I've been drinking these reishi mushroom chai lattes now that I just love. And that's part of my calm down ritual. And I have 3 kids. So, earplugs, noise canceling headphones. But I'm reminding myself that balance is so difficult for my neurodivergent brain that I'm constantly now reminding myself to balance, if that makes sense. So, share this with somebody that you care about. Share this with a friend. Share this with someone who has perfectionism in mind or feels too much pressure to be perfect or to perform.